In a headline, Labour waits for President Tinubu's new offer, insists on 250,000 naira minimum wage. Student arrested for killing newborn in school hostel. Federal High Court announces annual vacation for judges. And on the foreign scene, search begins as plane flying Malawi vice president goes missing. Hello, welcome to News Update. My name is Lilian Ogazi. And now to the news. The president of the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC, Joe Ajaero, says the organized labour will await the decision of President Bola Tinubu on the proposals submitted to him by the Tripartite Committee on Minimum Wage. Ajaero ruled out any industrial action until the president makes his stance known on the two proposals presented to him on the new minimum wage for workers in the country. While Labour insisted on 250,000 naira as a feasible living wage for workers, the other side, the federal and state government as well as the organized private sector, proposed 62,000 naira. The Tripartite Committee submitted the two proposals to the President on Monday through the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume. Meanwhile, a female student has reportedly murdered her newborn baby in the Federal University Dutse School hostel in Jigawa State. The student reportedly gave birth in a toilet in the hostel on Monday, June 10th, after which she allegedly threw her baby from the top floor of a three-story building. A video from the scene shows the body of the newborn lying on concrete where it landed. Two students were seen trying to wrap the baby and the discarded placenta in a towel. Another video shows a mammoth crowd of students gathered to catch a glimpse of the 211 student who killed her baby as she was led away by school authorities. The school's spokesperson, Abdullahi Bello, on Monday confirmed the incident. Bello assured all that the university promptly notified the authorities. Moving away from that now, in a disturbing escalation of violence, bandits have launched a series of brutal attacks on farming communities around Kankara this past Saturday. Nearly 50 farmers were ruthlessly killed near Yago J Town. The attack reached a horrifying new level when military armored vehicles sent to assist was set ablaze, reportedly resulting in casualties amongst security personnel. This follows another attack last week where 15 farmers, along with vigilante group members protecting them, were ambushed while working their fields between Mumbai and Katsali. These attacks paint a grim picture of the growing insecurity plaguing Kankara's farmlands, with more bodies being discovered and the injured struggling in hospitals. The human cost is devastating. Kankara and Katsina State as a whole are crucial agricultural hubs for Nigeria. These relentless attacks directly target the food producers, jeopardizing the nation's food security. With farmers too afraid to cultivate their lands, the potential for food shortage looms large. Now moving on, 2 weeks after its inauguration, Operation Whirlwind of the Nigerian Customs Service has seized 150,000 litres of petroleum valued at 105 million naira nationwide. The announcement was made by the NCS Comptroller General Bashir Adewale Adeniyi at a press briefing in Yola. Gibson Sadigo reports.
Upon arrival, Customs Comptroller General Bashir Adewale Adeniyi inspected the guard of honor as a tradition. He was welcomed at the Customs Office in Yola and Taraba Command by all security commanders, both military and paramilitary, in Adamawa State. During the press briefing, Adeniyi revealed that Operation Whirlwind had achieved significant success just 2 weeks after its inauguration, seizing large quantities of petroleum products illegally evacuated to neighboring countries. He emphasized that Operation Whirlwind, initiated by the Office of the Security Advisor to the President, will continue to remain vigilant against the illicit activities of smugglers targeting petroleum.
Nigeria Customs Service will continue to engage and collaborate with relevant licensing agencies to more optimally manage the proliferation of petroleum stations around border areas.
Bashir gave a breakdown of the number of sieges carried out by the Operation Whirlwind.
Thursday, 6th of May 2024, 6th of June 2024, I beg your pardon, a total of 20,000 litres of PMS in 25 and 30 litre jerry cans were seized in various locations across the country, including Mahia Adamawa State, Ilela in Sokoto State, and Agbaraga Creek in Mfum border of Cross River State.
Obugo Okoa, the Executive Director of Nigerian Mainstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory, has expressed concerns over the increasing cross-border diversion of petroleum, labeling it as economic sabotage. He emphasized that those found guilty of such activities will be dealt with severely.
Effective from 1st October 2022, exports and imports of petroleum products across the land borders was prohibited. And so, any truck, any petroleum products that is found close to the border must be seized and enforced against.
Operation Whirlwind aims to ensure Nigerians enjoy the full benefits of fuel price deregulation, defend the national currency, and reduce the pressure caused by smuggling activities, among other objectives. Gibson Adugu, Trust TV News, Yola.
Meanwhile, the Federal High Court of Abuja, headed by Justice John Soho, has announced the annual vacation for 2024 and vacation roster for judges. On Monday 4th, a statement signed by Assistant Director Information ICT, Catherine Christopher, said the vacation will commence from Tuesday, the 23rd day of July 2024 to Friday, the 13th day of September 2024. The court sitting will resume on Monday, the 16th day of September 2024. The vacation, the statement argued, is for the judges to enjoy their well-deserved rest and to prepare for the tasks and activities of the new legal year. Meanwhile, the federal government has declared Wednesday, June 12, 2024 as a public holiday to mark this year's Democracy Day. In a statement on Tuesday, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, who made the declaration on behalf of the federal government, congratulated Nigerians on the occasion. Tunji-Ojo reiterated President Bola Tinubu's commitment to positive reforms to revive the nation's economy and enhance security. The minister called on Nigerians and friends of Nigeria to appreciate the progress that has been made and look forward to a better future for Nigeria's democracy. The 2024 Democracy Day would be the second for President Tinubu, who was sworn in as Nigeria's Commander-in-Chief on May 29, 2023. This is news updates coming to you from Trust TV. Coming up, bags of grains donated to vulnerable groups in Katsina to help with economic hardship. More news when we return. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is news updates coming to you from Trust TV. Let's take a look at our headline stories again. Labour waits for President Tinubu's new offer, insists on 250,000 naira minimum wage. Student arrested for killing newborn in hostel. Now moving on, the Borno State government has lauded the Food and Agriculture Organization for boosting the resilience of vulnerable households and resettled communities by providing farming inputs to encourage food security in the state. Acting Governor of Borno State, Usman Kadafa, announced the commencement of the 2024 rainy season inputs distribution in Maiduguri, targeting 26,000 beneficiaries in northeastern Nigeria. The FOA project will also support over 9,000 households across 7 local councils. Governor Kadafa emphasized that agricultural productivity is a top priority for the state, as outlined in its 25-year development plan and 10-year strategic transformation initiative. This plan aims to make farmers self-reliant and ensure sustainable food security in Borno. The distributed farming inputs include improved seeds of cereals, legumes, maize, and fertilizers, among other items. This initiative is designed to mitigate the expected high acute food insecurity resulting from the increased population in Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe states.
Government will continue to solicit the cooperation of international organizations, especially our international partners and non-governmental bodies, in our determined effort to address the multifarious challenges of development confronting the state, with a view to improving the well-being and livelihood of our people.
FAO strategy aims to build and strengthen agri-food system in the country for better production, better nutrition, better environment, better life, and leave no one behind.
The death of Hashimu Wisdom, a 13-year-old boy, a resident of Unguwa Namgero in Kaduna, has left his family heartbroken and devastated. Wisdom's tragic death is allegedly the result of brutality inflicted by a soldier and members of the Civilian Joint Task Force in the area. His grieving parents are now demanding justice for their son, whose lifeless body was discovered in the family's compound. Trust TV's Bello Musa has more.
This family is in mourning, devastated by the tragic and untimely loss of young Wisdom Hashimu. Wisdom was accused of stealing 10,000 naira from a woman in his compound. The neighbor enlisted her boyfriend, a serving soldier, to exert extrajudicial punishment on a 13-year-old boy. With the assistance of some members of the civilian JTF office in Narai, Wisdom was brutally beaten.
He now take them to JTF office. It's these JTF people that beat my son to the extent he cannot be able to sit down. He cannot stand. When I came back, I found my son fainted. One of our neighbors in the street now went and called the Cadvis. Cadvis people come and carry us to their office. They now interview us. When we told them, they now summoned for that soldier man. He came. When he came, he asked him everything. He now said he realized his mistake because my neighbor asked him not to pick the boy, but he picked him because Hope asked him to pick the boy. And now he now said, oh, this is what happened, and the boy cannot be able to sit down now. We are going to hospital. He says yes, he's ready. He understands that it's his fault. He will take them to hospital. Now take us to hospital.
According to her, the stolen money was found in the possession of Hope's brother. Despite this, the incident led to the death of her son, who was reported to have committed suicide on June 6th.
I wasn't know that he hung himself. It's around 9 p.m. because when I came back from school, I see people through the house crying. I don't know. I started crying that it's Hopi will kill my son, not knowing that he even hung himself. It was later, and I heard about hanging. I said, hanging again. Is it because I summoned to the soldier man that he should come that Thursday and bring my balance? Maybe he came. No, I found nobody at home. He murdered my son and went and hang him there because he's the suspect. I'm suspecting that soldier guy and the JTF.
Before his death, Wisdom was writing junior secondary school examinations. His family had high hopes that he would one day make them proud. However, his mysterious death has shattered their dreams, and they are now demanding justice.
Because since then, they are looking for them. They are nowhere to be found. If they don't know anything about it, how did they know that Wisdom is dead? That since that time they are looking for them, they did not see them. They are nowhere to be found. I need government to come for justice in this. Please, I need justice. My son suffer a lot. I am in much pain. I'm in pains whereby I cannot be able to sit in this house again. I can't live in this house anymore. The only thing I want, if it can be possible, that they should release my child cough. Let me bury him, if it is possible.
Earlier, the Kaduna State Police Command announced that it has commenced an investigation to ensure that justice is served. They are committed to apprehending and prosecuting those suspected to be responsible for Wisdom's death, according to the law. Bella Musa, Trust TV News Kaduna.
The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has delivered over 35,000 bags of assorted grains to Katsina residents as part of efforts to cushion the current economic realities occasioned by fuel subsidy removal and uncontrolled inflation hitting hard on Nigerians. The grain was received by the Katsina State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, for onward distribution to the 34 local government areas of the state. Abdullah Yamadi completes the report.
During the distribution of the assorted grains to the 34 local government areas of Katsina State, some residents expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu-led federal government for supporting them at this crucial moment. They also thanked Governor Radda and the Executive Secretary SEMA for ensuring judicious distribution of the grains, saying each local government was allocated about 1,000 bags of grains for distribution to people at the grassroots level.
Yes, we are here to collect over 900 bags of assorted grains due for Sandemu local government. Our responsibility is to ensure fairness in the distribution of the grains. Honestly, the government has done well looking at the critical condition our people find themselves. We thank God for this.
At this trying time, this kind of assistance is very crucial. I will use this medium to appreciate the federal government for the support. This is a welcome development. We have been given maize, millet, and sorghum. Kindly tell Governor Radda that the message has been delivered successfully and well received. In Bindawa here, this assistance means a lot because many families doesn't have what to eat today. As such, if they receive this, it will help them in no small measure to cushion their hardship. It is important if governments can engage wealthy individuals to complement the gesture. While acknowledging the support, some Katsina residents reminded President Bola Tinubu to focus attention on insecurity bedeviling some northwestern states, which is key, calling for a swift action to secure the states at least to enable farming communities cultivate their farms. The Executive Secretary of SEMA, Binta Dangani, while appreciating the federal government for the gesture, said the agency will go around the 34 local government areas to ensure even distribution of the grains.
We give them food items here in our office. That's the blind people, the cripples, the deaf, and so on. Then from there, we did a lot of programs across the 34 local government. Then there is one
Binta Dangani also added that Governor Radda mandated her to ensure that only the targeted population benefits from the gesture. Public commentators in Katsina who acknowledged the donation of the grains called on the governments to take the bull by the horn to secure the region from banditry and other criminal elements to enable people to produce food, which is better than donations that are insufficient and not sustainable. Abdullahi Yamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
Now moving on, the latest data from the Central Bank of Nigeria has revealed that the federal government spent about 2.2 billion naira on debt servicing in the first 5 months of this year. A breakdown of the report's international payments data revealed that the FG spent the most on debt financing in May at 854.36 million, which is also the highest paid in a single month in the past year. The figure is about 297% higher than it spent on debt service in April and 286.49% higher than the $221.05 million the country spent in May 2023. The entire amount is about 96.32% higher than what the federal government spent on debt servicing within the same period in 2023, which stood at $1.12 billion. And now to the foreign scene. Malawian President Lazarus Chakwera said on Tuesday there had been no survivors when a plane carrying Vice President Julius Chilima and 9 others crashed into a forest. Malawian searchers found the wreckage of the plane that was carrying Chilima on Tuesday, a day after the aircraft went missing in bad weather. The military plane carrying Chilima, 51, and 9 others disappeared on Monday after it failed to land in the northern city of Mzuzu due to poor visibility and was told to return to the capital, Lilongwe. Now moving over to Congo, a Congolese army spokesman said the total death count in the region of northern Kyiv to over 80 since June 4th. The region, plagued by armed violence for decades, has nearly 7 million displaced people. The Allied Democratic Forces, now aligned with the so-called Islamic State group, have intensified their attacks, further destabilizing the area. Recent assaults include a deadly attack in Massawa that killed 17 additional bodies found in nearby villages.
We learned that our fleeing family members were killed along the way. Here we have 2 bodies, a girl and a boy. Look how they were killed. I asked the authorities to continue to protect us because we don't know exactly where we are after the attack.
And now in the world of sports, the Honorable Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Owan-Eno, has demanded a detailed technical report from the Nigerian Football Federation following the Super Eagles' disappointing performance during the June FIFA window. The Super Eagles managed to secure only 1 point from a possible 6, following a 1-1 with South Africa in Uyo and losing 2-1 to Benin Republic in Abidjan in its 3rd and 4th game respectively in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying series. These results leave the Super Eagles with a total point of just 3 points from a possible 12 of the 4 games played thus far in their quest to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup to be jointly hosted by USA, Canada and Mexico. Senator Eno expresses dissatisfaction with the outcome, especially considering the substantial support the NFF has received from President Bola Tinubu's administration, in addition to the kind of open and positive working relationship between the ministry and the NFF. Shocking defeat to Benin Republic leaves Super Eagles' World Cup aspirations in tatters. Nigeria's badminton numero uno, Anolapo Opeyori, is set to intensify his training in Italy ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Opeyori, who has dominated Africa in the men's singles from 2019 till date, winning 4 African Championship titles and 2 African Games titles, secured a spot at the Paris Games last month, becoming the first Nigerian badminton player to qualify for 2 consecutive Olympics after featuring at the Tokyo 2020. In a special dinner put together by the Badminton Federation of Nigeria in Lagos, an elated Francis Obi, president of the Badminton Federation of Nigeria, said Opeyori has broken the badminton jinx after qualification for the Games in Paris. Speaking with media after the event, Obi outlined the Federation's program for Opeyori, which he said would begin with a 3-week training tour of Italy this week. With that, we've come to the end of news update here on Trust TV. Do well to follow us across all our social media platforms for more news, programs and documentaries. My name is Lilian Ogazi. Thanks for watching and bye for now.